Hello everyone, welcome to the micro lecture about Chinese working visa. I'm Alan from Easy Chinese Visa, and today we're going to introduce documents and requirements for accompanying family members. Do you know there are how many kinds of family visa and what are differences between them? First of all, let's take a look at the definitions that is important and you have to understand. Family members refers to spouses, parents, sons, and daughters, etc. If any one of them will come when you work in China, then you have to apply for Type Q or Type S visa to enter into China. So there are totally two types of family visa, Type Q and Type S. And they are divided into Type 1 and Type 2 because of the validity. Let's take a look at one by one. First of all, is Type Q1. It's issued to those who are family members of Chinese citizens or of foreigners with Chinese permanent residence and intend to go to China for family reunion, or to those who intend to go to China for the purpose of foster care. It's valid more than 180 days. This is the template. The second one is Type Q2. It's issued to those who intend to visit their relatives who are Chinese citizens residing in China or foreigners with permanent residence in China. Its validity is less than 180 days. The third one is Type S1. It is issued to those who intend to go to China to visit the foreigners working or studying in China to whom they are spouses, parents, sons, or daughters under the age of 18, or parents-in-law, or to those who intend to go to China for other private affairs. Its validity is more than 180 days. The last one will be Type S2. It's issued to those who intend to visit their family members who are foreigners working or studying in China, or to those who intend to go to China for other private matters. It valid less than 180 days, just as mentioned. S1 and Q1 valid for more than 180 days, and S2 and Q2 vice versa, less than 180 days. Normally, the validity of Q1 and Type 1 will be the same as your residence permit, and which is 1 year normally. Secondly, let's take a look at the documents and requirements of these family members of type. The first one will be Type Q visa. This is the checklist required for Type Q visa. The information page, a passport, and if your husband or wife come, then the marriage certificate have to be provided. Also, the notarization and authentication, just like your non-criminal record and degree, which is done by Chinese embassy. If your children will come with you, then their birth certificate is required. Or if your relative will come, then the certificate of a relationship is required. For those whoever more than 18 years old have to provide a medical report. And the last thing is the digital ID photo in white background. There's something you have to pay attention is Type Q visa is on the work permit notice when you apply for the work type, when you apply for the WPN. As you can see, there will be two accompanying family members showing on your WPN, which for your work visa application. This is also the biggest difference between Type Q and Type S. Type Q visa, if your family members want to come with you, or they want to, if your family member want to come with you together, then they have to prepare for documents just as the list I just mentioned. So your employer can start the process for your WPN as your family members at the same time. But for Type S, maybe your family member didn't decide or they have no idea about the process after you have having work visa. Then you can try to help them to apply and prepare for Type S. So the differences is the time they come to China, either before or after you come. The next one will be Type Q residence permit. And just as the same, basically the same as work type residence permit. After they have the work visa and then enter into China, and they can do the medical check with you together in quarantine center, and then apply for Type Q residence permit in exit entry office. And the next one will be Type S visa. To compare with the application of Type Q visa, this is fairly simple to get it. The first one, this is the checklist of Type S visa. The first one is invitation letter issued by your employer and get stamped or signature on it. And also, the second one is the essential documents that you have to focus on. It means they can only apply for Type S visa after you have the residence permit and give the copy to them for their visa application. And the rest are the basic requirements: passport, ID photo, and money. After having the Type S visa, they can come to China, but they have to prepare for documents for Type S residence permit before entry into China. Just like the Type Q, the birth certificate, marriage certificate, or certificate of relationship is required, and it is much it's quite time consuming, just like your degree or non-criminal record. So it's better to prepare in advance. And after having the Type S visa, they can come to China and do the translation by Chinese translation company, because the exit and entry office will need the original in Chinese translation with the company stamp. This is the sample. And as just I mentioned, the validity of your family's visa will be basically the same as your work residence permit, which is mostly 1 year. So in general, your family member can prepare for Type Q visa if you confirm they will come with you when you apply for WPN to China. And they can also apply for Type AS visa after you have residence permit in China if they didn't do Q visa at the beginning or they haven't made up their mind to do that. But some essential documents are required as well as the list I mentioned. So thank you for listening. These are documents and requirements for accompanying family members. Welcome to contact me for any questions you have. I'm Alan from Easy Chinese Visa. See you.